Alright guys, today I'm showing you guys how to complete shooting build specialization. I already have two builds that I've fully maxed out with playmaking build specialization. It's my ball hawking high flyer and my two-way three-point slasher. Both are playmaking build specialization. I did make a new build. It's a rim reaping 3-level score center, 6'11", 7-foot wingspan. I did make him look like Kevin Durant as best as I could. It's not a great face scan, but I do have shooting specialization on this build, and I'm going to show you exactly the method to complete each of the challenges for the build specialization. So as you can see here, I've already completed the first 5 goals for specialization. After this, it's going to be 500 shots, then 100 games with 5 or more jump shots, then 1,000 and 2,000 shots in a row. So those two are definitely going to be the biggest part of the grind. Playmaking specialization was even worse than this. This spot right here, goal 8, was actually 1,500 assists, which is absolutely insane. I'm not going to lie. Playmaking build specialization took me over 60 hours to complete, just grinding it fully. And this shooting specialization is probably going to be closer to 30 or 40 because of this method I'm about to show you guys right now. So the first method I'm going to show you is when you're getting a make 500 shots, or I believe there's a 250 and there's a 100 in here as well. Any of these where it's just make shots, I'm going to show you guys the exact method. So as you can see, I'm recording this on a Saturday where they have some double rep going on, but we're just going to load right in to the place you need to go is actually going to be the arena. So you do need to be on an NBA team for this method to work. You need to go to the arena. It's on this team on the Pacers, which is actually a horrible decision. One of the worst decisions I've made on 2K this year is the fact that I went to the Pacers because they have Tyrese Halliburton, an excellent shooting point guard, and you want the guards on the team you go to be non-shooters. So I would recommend going to someone like the Rockets, someone like the Nets, someone like the Spurs, someone who doesn't have insane shooting guards, because as a center on this, unfortunately this method isn't as great for me as it would be for you guys. But what you need to do, I didn't really mention what I did there. You just, when you go to the arena, you can go directly to the practice facility. That's where you'll need to go to do this method. It is the best place to get your shooting build specialization done quick. So as you can see here, you just walk in from the entrance and then it says practice facility right here. You can enter this facility no matter if you have badges to work on, no matter if you have any, like I'm a 99 build with maxed out badges and maxed out everything, and I can go in this just normal and it's totally fine. And I don't have any badges to work on or anything, but I go in here. What you're gonna need to do, you go to the coach right here. He's always gonna have this little yellow icon above him. You do the start scrimmage. He sometimes talks to you for a bit and doesn't let you do it, but as you can see here, it's a 5-minute scrimmage. This is a method that most of you have probably seen before if you're actually tapped in. If not, I'm glad I'm showing it to you for the first time. Now, the best positions to be on this is shooting guard, point guard, or small forward. If you're one of those 3 positions on your My Career team, it's going to be absolutely perfect, because in this method, all you need to do is just make sure you shoot, make sure you get a 3 up. So I spam for the ball, go shoot a 3 back here, end up greening it, and then as soon as you green it, you quit out of the game and go back to the coach and go again. So what I'm going to show you guys here, just to prove that it does work, I'm going to go to the specialization. We're going to do a couple in a row. So I'm going to do 6 in a row to get up to 250. You see here, I am in 244. I'm not going to do any cuts from this point forward. We're going to go straight to the coach. We're going to let him know that we need to get some shots up in this. We start on offense every time. Always shoot the 3 as open as you can. You're going to have a center guarding you. It's pretty easy. Now we should have 5 shots left. So we do this. I'm always starting low, unfortunately. And when they pass to Neesmith in the beginning of the play, it's much better than if they pass to Tyrese, because as I'm going to show you guys at some point in this video, Tyrese Halliburton just shoots the ball when they pass him. He will shoot it no matter what. It's so annoying when he does this. On this build, I do have an 85 3-point rating. I have Legend Set Shot Specialist and Legend Shifty Shooter with my max +2s and max +1s. If you miss a shot, just quit automatically anyway. It doesn't matter at all. I believe I have 3 shots left to shoot. Luckily, they haven't passed to Tyrese at all when I've been doing this. So there's another shot. We have 2 more to get up to 250. Obviously, like I said, no cuts, so if I pause or anything, I'm just thinking. And then look, Tyrese just shoots the ball whenever he wants to. So normally whenever he does that, you just quit out right away because you don't want to wait any extra possessions. But if they pass to Tyrese and he decides to shoot the ball, there's nothing you can do. I'm spamming X to try and get the ball to pass to me. And they literally give me like excessive call for pass and stuff. It doesn't matter at all what your teammate grade is. As long as you get the ball, you should be fine to do this. One thing that is very nice is a go-to shot. Sometimes it does break their ankles. And one thing I'm going to show you guys here, if you don't have a dribble and you have put on Kobe triple threat, you can easily shoot some triple threat shots with Kobe. I did tempo shoot that one because that's what I normally do. But I'm doing button and tempo shooting, just testing them both out on this build since it's definitely a pretty new build. Luckily, if they do guard Tyrese there, he doesn't end up shooting the ball. So it is kind of just RNG based on if they guard Tyrese or not. So that's why you want to go on a team. So of course he shoots that one as soon as I say that. You do want to go on a team that doesn't have shooting guards. So like I said, the Spurs, the Rockets don't really have great shooting guards, especially with Fred VanVleet being out. But I mean, Tyrese is out in real life and he's still in the My Career team. So I don't know how good of a method the Rockets would be. I think the Spurs is a very good one, since the Spurs, all of their guards, like Dylan Harper, they have all the Spurs guards aren't really big time shooters. But yeah, I did I have shot a bunch of shots here. I kind of just mess around sometimes too. I need to shoot threes. That one was unfortunately a mid-range, so that one doesn't count toward my threes. I'm gonna do one more, and I should be around like 254, somewhere around there. So we're just gonna shoot the 3 off catch here, green it up, and I'm gonna quit out here. We haven't done any cuts at all, even though I messed up in speaking a little bit. We should be around 254. So yeah, 253 shots, and as you can see here, it is easily the quickest method. If you do a little bit of math here, every minute you're gonna make using this method about 4 or 5 shots. If you're on a guard or a small forward, look at where Tyrese, Nembhard, and Nesmith are. You can just shoot directly off catch if you're Nesmith or Tyrese in this position, and Nembhard you can just shoot from the beginning. You don't have to pass the ball. So it's literally perfect if you're a shooting guard, point guard, or small forward. You can get a ton of shots up every minute. Per minute, I'd say on this center build, I do get about 3 to 4 made shots per minute. Sometimes it is higher, sometimes it is lower, depending on if Tyrese shoots or not. So I'm going to use 4 shots per minute just to show you guys the method for this, because in playmaking, I'm getting about 100 shots or 100 assists per hour. Now for this one with shooting, if I do the quick math for what I'm going to be doing, if I'm averaging 4 shots a minute, there's 60 minutes in an hour. 4 times 60 is 240. So I'm getting, compared to the playmaking, which is around 100 assists an hour with all the cutscenes and stuff in Street Kings, I'm getting 240 compared to 100. Shooting is miles easier than the playmaking and assists. But I would recommend doing shooting because it's definitely a very valuable, very valuable build specialization. You can get max +2s and max +1s for your shooting badges. What I'm planning on using that on is actually going to be getting a max +2 on my set shot specialist to keep it at legend from that playmaking badge, as well as a max +1 on my Deadeye to get that at Hall of Fame. So my build is going to be genuinely insane, and it's also a really good defender too. So I'm very excited to get this build maxed out. Now that was the method if you need to shoot shots and stuff like this. I've kind of been yapping about it and just doing it in the background to show you guys how easy it is. You can literally turn a show on, you can turn YouTube on in the background, listen to music, do whatever you need to do to just get through this. It's definitely going to be worth it to get through it as soon as possible, because as soon as you make a new build and choose shooting specialization, your progress will carry over. So if you've completed it, you'll automatically get those 2 cap breakers, as well as the 2 max +1s or the max +1 and the max +2. But that is going to be a good amount of shots there. I'm just going to show you there. So obviously we're going to be around 260 now at this point. Haven't been counting exactly, but as you go over here, yep, 262. So we're looking very good there. But now what you're going to need to know is how to do win games with 5 jump shots in a game. Now this is definitely the easier method. It's very similar to the playmaking method. I'm going to do no cuts again. I'm just going to show you guys exactly where you need to go from the training facility at the My Career Center. So what you're going to need to do, go to the Street Kings court. You're going to need to play roughly around 200, probably 250 games here in the Street Kings court total when you're going through the build specialization. And one thing I would recommend doing is actually maxing out some lifetime challenges that are in the Street Kings. So if I go to Pivot Point, which is the one I recommend everyone to start at, which I'm actually not going to show you guys this game because I have grinded through enough games here where I actually have every single one of my teammates maxed out. You see if they get this fist next to them, you have to get the upgrade meter all the way up, and then you go to trials here and make sure you complete the trial to get each of the players maxed out. As you can see, it says teammates upgraded 16 out of 32. So I would recommend starting in the Pivot Point area on the left hand or on the right hand side when you enter Street Kings, because the better players are there and it's going to be very easy for you to get to the point where you're actually going to be getting your 5 shots a game and your A-minuses. When you're doing your teammate grade ones, I believe it's the 3rd challenge on build specialization. Yeah, 3rd challenge is win 50 games with teammate grade A- or higher. This one you do actually need to make sure you don't get turnovers or fouls and stuff like that. It's not super difficult to do. You can definitely do it pretty quickly, but the method I'm doing right now is showing you guys how to get a game when it says 50 games with 5 jump shots made or 100 games with 5 jump shots made. So what I'm going to do here is go to this Street Kings. I'm actually just in the process of grinding through unlocking all these guys. So I'm going to go to Gearhead now. We're going to use Twinkle Toes and Salty Sam. Those are the 2 best players I think you can use other than the other guy that is available at the top of the list. I will unlock him after this one. So the only thing bad about Street Kings is the fact that there's these cutscenes that are just kind of yapping at you for a long time. It's like definitely a minute of time loss in each game or close to that. So what I'm going to show you guys here, if you make 5 threes on your build, you're going to get a shut it down, which is the best method. It's the quickest method to get your Street Kings games finished as quick as possible. So I'm just going through this entire thing with no cuts. We obviously on Street Kings unfortunately do start on defense, but it's not very difficult at all to play defense. You can kind of let him shoot, especially someone like Gearhead. He doesn't really, okay, I was gonna say he doesn't really have a jump shot. Apparently he did just green that one too. And one thing I would recommend if you guys are playing these Street Kings games, make sure you have your difficulty on rookie. It definitely helps you with just being able to shoot over players and them guarding you much less. It definitely helps with them guarding you much less tightly and stuff like that. Sorry about the pause there. Just gotta think about what I'm saying. And unfortunately, we aren't going to get a super quick game here because Gearhead did just dunk that ball. If they get up over 5 points, it's going to take you like 6 or 7 shots to get up to the maxed out shooting build specialization. Now, Gearhead's a decent defender. You can kind of just shoot over him. Luckily, I'm a 6'11" with a legend set shot specialist, so I can kind of shoot over whoever I want to. But one thing I would recommend is actually playing defense when you're playing these Street Kings games. That's perfect defense there, and I mean, somehow he knocks that down. I have a Hall of Fame paint patroller, so I don't understand how that drops. But Gearhead is kind of cooking the entire team here. The only thing is, it's very, very easy to shoot over him. And when I'm playing offline, I do like to use button shooting. Overall on this build, online, I'm always using tempo shooting because it's just better. Because tempo shooting is actually broken this year. I do hope they nerf it. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep going through this game, show you guys exactly what the method is. It's just literally just shooting threes over the players. If you are a guard, you can call for screens, and they'll usually go under the screen, especially if you're on rookie difficulty. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to put it on rookie difficulty as well. And eventually they will start trying to double team and jump at you and stuff like that. You kind of just have to green your shots, even though if they're a little bit contested. Unfortunately, in this build, I only have silver Deadeye. I still need to get both of my shooting cap breakers to throw on my mid-range to get the Deadeye up to a gold badge. Luckily, we do get a stop there. And once I have this sharpshooting takeover, it's kind of just like game over for these guys. I'm shooting over them every single time. And if the Gearhead team hadn't scored at all, the game would be over right then and there because it would be 15-0, and that's what you need if you're shooting the jump shots. But I already do have 5 jump shots this game. I can kind of score and do whatever I want. I still would recommend shooting threes every time since it's the quickest way to get out of your games. And the main thing I'm doing this is making sure you have good speed. So we did get a block there. Unfortunately, chase down blocks are broken this year, and if they're going up for a dunk, it's like basically always going to be a foul, even though I have 93 block and Hall of Fame paint patroller, Hall of Fame high flying denier. We do get a block there. That should help the momentum, or the shut it down meter at the bottom middle. You can see there. All you want to do is get the yellow meter up to the middle of the bar, and that'll shut the game down as soon as possible. When you already have your 5 jump shots, that is the goal. Apparently, this Gearhead guy just doesn't know how to miss. What is going on? This guy is actually insane for one of these bots. Usually, they don't make as many shots as this. Do end up getting a crab there. Kevin Durant from the top of the key. And one thing I would recommend, haven't mentioned anything about this, for the Street King specialization, when you're on the shooting specialization, the Street Kings games count for your hot zones. So you can get incredible hot zones, especially around the 3-point line. And I would recommend doing the Art of Shooting Gym to get at least your 2 hot zones there. We are just going to end the game here, and I'm going to show you guys my hot zones too. Double team doesn't matter for the Kevin Durant build. Knock it down and shut it down with the 21-9. Unfortunately, when you shut it down, it does give you a cutscene like this where you have to load out. This is a great method for getting your badges grinded up as well. If you're still not level 40, this will give you season XP as well. So Street Kings is definitely the best way to get as quick XP, and it does overlap a bunch of different things that you can do well on your build. So I'm going to show you guys my hot zones. I'm going to show you guys how to put the game on rookie, and I'm going to wrap up the video after that. We are just kind of flying through this cutscene. I mean, we finally did get through it. We're just going to show all the my points and everything like that. I've maxed out my Street Kings XP. I've maxed out my level XP. You do get VC for each of these games as well. So if you're averaging around 350 VC per game, you're going to need to play like 250 of them. So that's a decent chunk of VC there. You can throw it on a new build or some boost on your build or whatever you need there. It should be loading out any second now, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to put the game on a rookie. So you just hit start, you go to the options/quit, you go to settings, and then rookie, and make sure you have it on rookie, especially if you're just doing the build specialization. It makes everything so much easier. And then if I'm showing you guys my hot zones, go to city stats, 2K card, and I did at one point grind through the hot zones in my mid-range as well to get them all the hot zones. Unfortunately, it doesn't last if you don't shoot mid-range shot very often. So I'm only shooting threes when I'm playing these games, but as you can see here, I have all hot zones around the 3-point arc as well as lethals on the wings for both of them. So I do like having the lethals on the wings on this build. It's very, very nice, so I can spot up there. And as you see, I do have the hot zones in the corners as well. So it's very nice to have this. It doesn't show here about what you're doing. When you go to the city, eventually here it is showing you exactly what I'm shooting. So I'm shooting like 90% from everywhere because it's on rookie and all the difficulties. So that is the easiest method to do the build specialization. It will work for getting these make 500 shots. I do recommend shooting 3-pointers for those, and then 100 games with 5 or more jump shots made in each win. Those are easy because I just showed you the Street Kings method. So that's the quickest way you're going to be doing this. It's going to take you around 40 hours, maybe a little bit less. Much easier than the playmaking build specialization. And if this video did help you out, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment saying you appreciated it, and I'm going to wrap it up for now. That's it. I'll sign off. See you in the next one.